I don't know how many people are familiar with Splinterlands, but we have a cryptocurrency in here. One of them is a stable coin, and that stable coin is called Dark Energy Crystals. And it is an algorithmic stable coin. We will mint more when the price is high. Well, this thing has been at like 4 or 5 times the peg for a while now. Basically, ever since we announced the Splinter Shards governance white paper, people have been buying this thing up like crazy. So now it's printing more and it's showing up more in the rewards that are given to players during battles. So
okay, I did notice I was getting more of that in the last few battles. I didn't realize that's how it works. That's cool.
Yeah. You should check out like the top leader boards, because not only are they getting more, but it's valued higher, right? So like the dark energy crystals are worth 4 or 5 times the amount, and we're also giving out 4 or 5 times more than normal. No, we're giving out like $4,000 or $5,000 in prizes of like just match rewards per day right now. It's somewhere in that realm. Yeah, leaderboard. Switch off. Well, start with bronze. No, we want top battles, not leaderboard.
Top battles. Here we go.
Yeah. So click the verse, or like hover over verse, and then so how much is that? It's 29. Dark. Yeah. So scroll down a little bit. Let's go check out some of these other top ones. 27, scroll down.
Oh, here's a big one, 42.
42. So,
and these are for pretty low ranking ones. So if we go to
these are bronze. So now let's go check out champion. So all the way to the right there. Yep. And then let's go to verse.
Wow.
So now
207. Yeah.
207.
Oh, wow.
And then let's do the next one.
Yeah. 400. Yeah, you can get a lot for a win when you're up here. We do have we have one guy in our Discord, I know at least, he's in champion ranks. He posted a screenshot of it the last season rewards.
So that's like $2 a win, and you can win 25 times a day and get credit for all of those before it starts falling off a cliff. So that's $50 a day you can earn in Champion League, or up to $50 a day, just looking at some of those average top wins. But then you also get your daily quest prizes, and then you get your season prizes, and then you get your tournament prizes, and that's a lot of money, you know?
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten the bravery to enter into the tournaments yet, but we can look at this. This is actually one of the things that drove me to the game, was seeing that there was just anytime drop-in tournaments that you could join all the time that people are running. They're run by the game. They're also run by individual like players too, that you can start your own tournament and invite people to. That was very cool.
Yeah, that a lot of these really neat ideas are all Matt's baby. So my partner is Matt. He's a mad freaking genius, very very talented dev. And we said like, oh, we want to build a tournament system, and he's like, okay, but it's got to be decentralized and anybody can create them. Like, all right, why not? Let's do it. But this is his baby, and like groups like freaking, most of the time I don't really try to compare ourselves to Hearthstone, right? Because they're Blizzard and they're $1 billion business, and they have 3.5 million users per day, and we just hit 25,000. So it's silly for us to try to compare there. But one thing I can say that we do that they don't is have this tournament screen, right? Like they don't have tournaments. Like they're what, 6 years old at this point, and they don't have tournaments.
If you want to play a Hearthstone tournament, you got to get invited directly from Blizzard to go out, fly out to their event and play in person or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. We make it a little bit easier for the people here. So what, I don't know. So you guys got into NFTs when and how?
You want to answer that, Lewis?
Yeah. Well, Max and I have been in crypto for a while. He was mining Bitcoin like back in what was it?
I got into Bitcoin, I guess, in crypto first, so I got into that stuff in like 13 or 14. But NFTs is kind of new to us.
Yeah, that was like this year we got into NFTs. I guess Max kind of messed with like CryptoKitties and stuff on Ether, but we didn't get seriously into NFTs until Wax. And that's because I was like a folding banana. Mark hipped me to that, and he's like, "Oh, there's a way you can mine with your GPU that is like helping scientists and not just, doing mining, GPU mining." So I did that for a while, and then I was like, "Oh, this banana wallet I have has a monkey attached. I wonder if that is an NFT that I can get." And then figured out they do crypto monkeys, which is not the wallets, but then I found Alien Worlds, and I'm a lifelong gamer, so falling into Alien Worlds is like digital ownership clicked for me because I was like, oh, I can buy game items and then resell them, and I can buy better items to get better stats and stuff, and like NFTs didn't really make sense to me until Alien Worlds, so I fell down the rabbit hole like many other people through just like a free account playing Alien Worlds.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
how about you? How did you get into like?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How did you first get into crypto?
Let's see. An article came across my desk that was about Steemit, and Steemit was a blogging platform built on the Steem blockchain, and it because it was a blockchain and because you had all these servers everywhere, your voice was immutable because your content would go on the blockchain, and no one person can be like, nope, we don't like that content, you're done. So like on Steam, they could take away rewards, but they can't actually take away your free speech. And so that's how I got into it. Justin Sun had like purchased Steemit, which was a centralized business on the decentralized platform Steam. And he got a lot of founders tokens and developers tokens, and then started acting like a giant, terrible human. So the entire community forked off into Hive. So we are now on the Hive blockchain. And somewhere in that story, it was like around 2018 that CryptoKitties was like just freaking booming. And so my partner Matt and I were trying to figure out some marketing. You know, like on Steemit, there's all this blogging, and now it's on peakd.com. So there's all this blogging, and we wanted to go help people get their stories like known. And so we were doing these marketing projects. And at the end of one of these meetings, he said, you know, what I'd really like to see happen is a trading card game. And I'm like, damn it, Matt, it's funny that you should say that, because back in 2014, I actually invented one. Mine was a little saucy. It was all about getting laid. And I put it on Kickstarter. I made $21,000 doing it. Nothing to write home about, nothing amazing, but I made a game. I marketed it, I printed it, I sold it, I shipped it. And I liked it so much that I made another one, and I hated the whole physical aspect so much that I never did anything with it. So when Matt turned to me and said, hey, let's go make this game, I was able to turn around and be like, it's funny you should mention that. I have one that is now designed, ready to go. I had some art, and we could just get this thing launched. So that was back in 2018. That's when CryptoKitties was booming, and we were saying, hey, just doing collectibles is cool and all, but we can do so much more with this. And that's where Splinterlands got its start.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember Steemit and watching like the pump and like the market movement of the coin, but I never got into the community like that. So it's interesting to hear how it like forked off now into Hive. So I see all these tokens like from a trading perspective, but without diving super deep into it. So it's cool to hear like this side of it.
Yeah, I do the opposite. Like I'm all about the community. You know, like I'm too emotionally attached to my tokens to ever sell them. So sometimes I'll like swap them for other things that I want, but it's not like I just go out and like, oh, I'm dumping. It's like, no. This is my baby. This is my project. I'm going to hold these until I die.
Yeah, I have those too. Irrational connections to some of my projects that I've been involved with forever. Also similar reasons too, like free speech, non-censorship, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's what blockchain's amazing at. You know, we just want. I just want to live. I want to be able to like, please, sir, I'd like to go send money to my friend. Will you allow me? Like, I don't want to live in that environment. Like, I wanted to go send a wire, and to go do a wire, my bank was like, first off, you have limits. And I'm like, why are these limits here? And they're like, well, you don't own this device. I'm like, so you want me to buy that device? Yes. All right, I'm not buying that stupid device. What's my other option? They're like, okay, well then you have to come to a branch office. Well, at the time I was on vacation, so I was on like a freaking small island off the coast of North Carolina, and they were like, the closest one, I had to take a 3-hour ferry and an hour and a half drive to get there to be able to wire this cash. So I do that. I get to the Bank of America, the bank, and the guys are like, hey, by the way, we can't ship this today. You need a signature card. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So give me like a freaking bank check so I can mail it to my buddy to go do this financial transaction. And I'm like, this, I even told this to the branch manager. I'm like, this is why your business is going to die. Because with crypto, I can send this thing in 3 seconds. I don't need to ask your permission. I don't need some signature key. I just use my keys and I'm done. It like in some cases it cost me literally nothing. It didn't cost me a 3-hour freaking ferry trip and an 1.5-hour drive. I didn't have to do any of that. Crypto's amazing. Your business is terrible. Give me my money. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that was my whole, like, that's how I got into the whole thing. That, like, basically sending money to somebody in Germany on a weekend for a fraction of a cent, and it was settled within like minutes. And I was like, okay, time to put some money into this. This is real. Like,
Yeah.
That was back in 2014, 13.
Yeah,
I think
that's
we have a
great.
question here about somebody asked if you can explain the benefit of purchasing a land.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so
yeah.
in the game, so will you click on the cards for a second?
Yeah, sorry, one sec. Cards. But
All right, so these are your cards, and in the game you have summoners and monsters. So summoners are like your team coach, and monsters are kind of like the players. And so those are some of the summoners, and then he was just showing a second ago some of these monsters. So right now, when you play a match, you get to find out what is the rule set and who is my opponent and what are the 5 most recent teams that they've played. And that's all the information that you get in order to figure out what battle you're going to do, what combination you're going to do. And so then what happens is the 2 players pick their teams, but it's like a blind draft. And in that blind draft, so here we go, you have a standard rule set, you have a mana cap of 6, and all of the different splinters or elements are available. And you can see that your opponent has recently used 2 water teams and 2 death teams. So I'm assuming that they're going to use death. And
Yeah,
you're
probably.
what league are you in? You're in bronze.
I'm in
or
bronze
something?
right now. Yeah.
I think Ulrich is a beast.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with him a lot. So let's see, probably throw in. I don't know. I usually like the Lobstradamus guy as my
Lobstradamus. Pixie's good. Actually, both Pixies are pretty good for this.
That gives me
and
2
Pixie,
Gemini for 2
then
costs.
is there
And then the
anything else
Kelp
for 2?
Initiate I like a lot as a buffer guy.
All right. Well,
I
go
don't know.
nuke him. Yeah, you can do worse than this. So, anyways, this is the game, right? The game is you pick your summoner, pick your monsters, and you roll. Okay. Well, with lands, what we're going to do is we wanted to add items and spells. So just like you did now, where you were picking the summoners and monsters, once you see the battle, we want it to go pause and then do the items and spells afterwards. So, and we said, look, we can either sell these as packs, or we can do land and let people like make and design their own land. And that's what we ended up doing. All right. So you're going to go kill that little pixie first. That pixie isn't going to last very long at all. Yeah, they have kind of a funky team here. Boom! That's a dead pixie. All right. Oh, nice. You're going to get 1 more hit from the Kelp Initiate. That's good.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be
Yeah,
the difference
got
maker
these.
there.
Yeah, you got these people smoked.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
if you're good at the game, you can kind of already see if you've won or not, and you can just get out of it real quick. Or if you,
Yeah. So
you don't want to watch
pause.
the whole thing.
So you just got 10 dark energy crystals. So, so what is that? That's like 5 pennies. So I don't know what you have invested in the game, but for just doing that, you got 5 cents roughly.
Right. I think I put in about $100 in wax when wax was at like 18 cents. So not a couple weeks ago, maybe like a month ago.
So with $100, you were able to go win 5 cents in one match. I mean, at
Yeah.
some point, you can do the math and figure out how long do you have to play for you to go get your initial investment back. And it's not like, you're not working in the salt mines, It's not like you're sitting there like hammering away at rocks your whole life. You're just playing a freaking game.
Exactly.
So-
It's a fun game too.
Glad you like it. Matt and I are pretty pleased with it because I think, we started playing it and it just had that little bit of addiction. Like I would lose a match and like the competitor in me would be like, damn it, I can't let somebody else win. I have to do it. And then the like victor in me would be like, I won. I want more money. Let's play again. And so to me, it didn't matter if I was winning or losing. I just wanted to play another match. And once I figured out that sensation was there, I was like, okay, I think we have a hit. And for Matt was like, okay, so we're building in 2018. The entire market dips in like all of 2019. Bitcoin is like in the tank. Everybody's
Right.
doom and gloom. Bitcoin's dead. It's never coming back. And our players started buying with credit cards. So it's not like they stopped playing. They just stopped paying in crypto. And then they switched over to credit cards. And that was the time that Matt was finally like, okay, I think we have a sustainable business, because it's not just like hype train, will it work or not? It's now, in the hard times, they just switch currencies and life moves on.
People will pay you with the boomer bucks. That's what we like to call fiat.
So I saw there was like Bob plays Splinterlands more than we do, so I don't have a huge context for this, but I saw, just monitoring the chat, SPS, is that like I think that's a new implementation, right?
Yeah, so let me, this is the link you gave me. So let me give you a link. Maybe you can go share this. This is our Dex info. For whatever reason, I really like this display. So I'm sharing this with Zio. So hopefully you can share this. But yeah, we launched a governance token, and it's been killer, man. Like, so there's been I don't even know how much volume. Probably maybe Pancake Swap has this. Pancake Swap SPS. I think they have a 7-day total. Yeah, so $130 million of our token has been traded since we launched. Like, that's astounding to me. Just flat out astounding.
Yeah, that's a pretty wild volume.
Here, I'm gonna
Right.
share the link you sent me here.
So the chart opens, like, it flies up to 140 or $1.40. It comes back down right now to like 28 cents. It is like, it appears to be accumulating here. Staking just got turned on earlier today, so we already had something like.
I just started staking mine.
Yeah, if you're not
could
staking, you're nuts.
Could you go into a little bit of detail on like what the utility for the token is, like in the game or in the ecosystem?
Sure. So right now there's a 500% APR on staking the token. And so anybody that's not doing that, I think is just leaving a ton of money on the table.
Yeah,
So-
500% ain't no joke.
Right. No, exactly. And like all these pools work that way. Where like, at the start, the APR is just absurd, and then it slowly like comes down. But that's why you get into these things early on. That's just like DeFi 101. Your best bet is when you the best bet is to get in early on a project that doesn't rug. And so here, we've been around 3 years. We're not going anywhere. We just keep trying to build stuff. So anyways, that's our token. It's a governance token, and it's modeled after Axie Infinity. So they have their AXS, their Love Potion, and so we started with that, and then we were like, what other utility can we pack onto this thing? So in ours, there's staking rewards, and right now the staking rewards are pretty vanilla. Where like if you stake the token, there are 250,000 SPS tokens per day that are minted just for stakers. So and that goes down by 1% per month, like indefinitely. So the biggest staking rewards are at the beginning. So they're staking rewards. They're vanilla for now, but later on, once we've gotten like a little bit more stable, because we've just been growing like crazy. We announced on June 18th that we hit 100,000 players, and that took us 3 years and 1 month. And today, I think by the end of today, we can announce that we're at 200,000 players. So it took us 3 years in a month to get to 100,000. It took us like 5 weeks to get to 200,000. It's been absurd, just like the growth that we're on. So anyways, that's like dealing with the scalability has pushed back our roadmap a little bit. But right now there's vanilla staking, and what it's supposed to go to is you will pick players to go stake on. And so when you pick a player, both the player and you earn, and it's based off of how well they're doing. So there's like a whole meta game around like who to stake on. That part hasn't started yet. It's just vanilla staking.
Well, I'm gonna put my money on Bob. I'll tell you that.
Nice, nice.
That part really interested me because if I remember in the white paper correctly, if a bunch of people are staking one person, the rewards get reduced, right? So there's kind of an incentive to maybe like
Let's spread it around a little bit.
Not stake everything on the best player, but maybe you get a better reward if you stake on like the 10th best player because not as many people are staking on them.
Yeah, you cast a wide
player.
net a little bit and stake a bunch of different players, and so more players are getting some opportunity.
But now you're rewarding the player too. So it's like, imagine that you could like immediately support your favorite football star or your favorite basketball star and be like, I'm staking on that dude. Not only because I think he's going to win, but I now you get some like affiliation with the players. It's just such a novel concept. So that's what's rolling out next for the
players that are being staked get a reward for that too, right? If I remember.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So the staker and the stakee are both earning if the stakee is performing well.
And so is that staking live now, or?
So it's vanilla staking right now. So all you're doing is staking on the platform. But I think the devs meant for that to go live this week, but then couldn't get it live because of all the DevOps stuff. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, I think that stuff will be live.
Right now, the vanilla staking is live.
Okay, so vanilla staking is live, but the player staking is a couple weeks out.
That's right.
Got it.
So there's going to be Oracle rewards. So our game is interoperable. You can mint our NFTs onto OpenSea and onto Wax, and I think the next one will be the Flow blockchain. And so if you want to, the advantage of that for players is that if you want a separate currency, then you want to go put it into the marketplace in that currency. The advantage to the game is that we just get constant marketing. Like the Atomic Hub integration that we did, it's been phenomenal. We're just getting constant players from Wax, and the Wax community sees our game and our stuff all the time. It's been totally killer. I think we're on like the top 3 now of like most transacted NFTs on Wax, which is amazing because our game isn't built on Wax. We're not even native to the platform. We are exporting our goods and services there. So I think it's a boon to the platform because there's all this extra NFT transaction, and there's a boon to us because there's all these new players and buyers.
Right now on Atomic Hub, which is like the main, the big Wax marketplace, you guys are still rocking 6th place on daily volume.
Okay, that's nothing to sneeze at. I think we
there's
got
big names above you, so I'm sure you've spiked higher, but it's just even being that high consistently is very impressive.
That's awesome. So, but right now the service to do that is all centralized by Splinterlands. So one of the things we're going to do is decentralize that so the players can earn, and it's all going to be based off of what oracles get to do the transacting is based off of the voted stake on them. And then they'll get all these fees that they can accrue for running these servers.
I'm going to play one of our viewers here in a game. Let me switch my
screen
back over.
I think we'll minimize during the setup screen though, so what you're setting up, but then we'll put it back up.
No. Show them what you're doing. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Yeah, Seeker, close your eyes.
Seeker taught Bob how to play Gods and Chains, so he's a big card game player, NFT card game player.
What else? There's other things. The staking. There's going to be proposals. So we have a DAO. The DAO has 10% of the tokens over the lifetime of the project, and players can go submit proposals to the DAO and get them voted in.
So like voting on this governance, like does that use this SPS token as well? Like, or is the SPS purely for the player staking, and then
no, it's for all these things that I'm mentioning are all based on your SPS.
Okay, perfect. So if you're submitting proposals, this SPS would be a vote for approval. disapproval of a given proposal.
Yeah. So if you want a piece of that down
invest
money,
in the future of the game that you like to play, that's
right.
It takes a lot of ownership.
So then there's like promotions. So we're going to do tournaments, and there's going to be staking requirements for the tournaments. So if you want to be able to go fight in some of these tournaments, you're going to have, right now it's based off of your rank and it's based off of your card power. Next up, it's going to be based off of your SPS staked amount too. So, if you want to get into higher level tournaments, you're going to have some of the governance token that's part of that.
right.
What else? I got
share my screen, Lynn.
Nice. There's other parts here. Man, I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones. There's like 4 or 5 more.
Bob, you don't have a guild, man?
I know, right? I was in one, and I didn't play enough to kick me out. All right, he's got a healer. He's got the steak attack guy. We both got the frontline golem. I have my snipe guy. Hopefully that'll be enough.
You're on the top.
Yeah.
I think this is going to come down to whether or not you kill his healer.
Right. I'm hoping the snipe guy will be able to take his healer out in time, and then we'll see what happens from there.
So if you kill his healer right now, all right, you can probably win now. I give you permission to win.
Straight from the dev himself. It's hard to get sometimes. So it was you and Matt who. So did you originally designed the entire game? Then is that correct from what you're saying?
Yeah, this was my
your brainchild.
Well, yeah, this is the majority of the game is my brainchild. There's a little bit of this that like how like individual card stats and stuff like that. A lot of that is Matt's. Boom!
Nice.
Big hit for the win. Where's the trash talk?
I'm not a trash talker usually.
Yeah, Bob trashes with what's left unsaid.
You have to wait until Max plays. Max is our team trash talker.
It's the negative space. It's the things that
well, then allow me, dude. You got smoked, bro. You got smoked.
Seeker's one of my good buddies.
If anybody else wants to challenge, it's Bobatron. I'll put it in the chat.
Where's the victory dance? That's what's missing.
I'll give him a victory dance here. Hold on, here we go.
Seeker says he felt bad for last time because Seeker won the challenge, Bob.
You're getting this victory. Nice, the victory dance. How you like that, Seeker? How you like that?
There it is. I'll give you a dance though.
Nice. If nobody else challenges Seeker, you can rematch, but we're open to other challenges.
There we go. Oh man, it's good.
I'll give
Feels
away
good sometimes.
A Kraken City to whoever beats Bob first, which is one of our NFTs.
Oh yeah,
That's funny.
Let's show Eggy, what we're about. He's been kind enough to share his stuff.
This is our most recent NFT. It's a blend you can get, but this is what we'll give out if you can beat Bob.
That's nice.
We make neon signs. They're kind of based on nostalgia as well. I'll show some of our other stuff.
Do the NFTs have any synth waves embedded in them?
Yeah, some of the rarest rarity, which is called Neon, which there's 25 mints of. Those all have unique songs to each one. Let's see if I can find one. It's not what we're listening to right now, but I can play the.
Yeah, so I guess for any Splinterlands folks. Oh wait.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna play the Ole.
So it took me a little bit to figure out what that was. And now it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle eating pizza.
Cut my life into pizza. It's also a Papa Roach pun. We like to play on pop culture and kind of 80s and 90s nostalgia. Stuff we grew up liking.
That just feels dirty to me.
Yeah.
That is all drawn.
Kind of the vibe of Neon City. Also, if you look behind this one, the other NFTs there, or the other signs are also NFTs. There's an Olive Garden sign behind it, and everything you see in the background is in a virtual space that is also NFTs that we make.
Nice.
So we made kind of a metaverse. And then we also built that in Uplift Minecraft. We have our signs displayed, the actual PNGs that we use for our signs are being displayed in Uplift as signs. So we kind of like a metaverse thing going on. But
yeah, so Max, who was on earlier, is like a senior visual effects artist in Hollywood. These guys live in LA. Bob and I live in Washington State, but we all grew up together. And so Lou is an audio engineer by trade. Max is a senior visual effects artist in Hollywood. His husband, Paul, is a 2D artist and comedian. And so they all kind of combine forces to kind of make things that are kind of meme-ified, fun, but with custom music from Lou. And then like, the 3D environment that Max builds, and so it's kind of a conglomeration of all their skills into one.
I mean, that's a good NFT hive group. I mean, I don't know what to call it, Splinter Cell or something.
Yeah, little artist power team, I guess. They're like the Voltron of artistry here.
We got pretty lucky.
We
were all working on art privately, like professionally, and our own separately, not together, because we couldn't figure out a way to make money together. And then we all played games together, and because we all basically became unemployed during the pandemic, we were all investing in crypto because during the bull market we were making money that way to try to pay rent and stuff. So we were already on Discord playing games every night and talking cryptocurrency every night. So it just kind of came together that the perfect storm of the pandemic and all of us finding NFTs. We're like, oh, we're also artists, so we can do the art side as well as the gaming side, because we were all investing as gamers and playing all these games. I bought TLM before it got added to Binance, and then sold some TLM, and then bought a bunch of rigs in R Planet, and then that blew up, and now I'm just playing all the games. But it's cool that we're saw the space and we're oh, the space is a sandbox. You can do whatever you want in it, and we're creators and artists ourselves, so we can try to find a way to get our own stuff that fits inside the space.
Oh man, we had the same team except you went with the speed summoner and I went with the extra damage one.
Oh, so this is Yellow 2K? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it based on
It's
this.
brutal. He can't miss.
No.
I thought you had this.
I thought I did it first too, but the extra, it was +2 armor for everything.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, what a comeback.
Bob's your uncle comes back in. From the jaws of defeat. You can't lose now because he can't kill you. Bam. Wow. I did not see that happening.
Bob really doesn't want me to give away that.
Yeah, he's just convincing me to stake more tokens here.
Yeah, please do. I would love to. I don't know who a Hornman is. This sounds like somebody from outside our community who probably actually has good decks, good cards.
There's Samsonite 2882, I think, was trying to play you. Look at this little trash talk here too. I mean, Bob.
He changed the league to novice.
Thank you.
So let's take Bob's screen down.
Are Samsonite 2882? Are you? Is that you?
That must be Hornman. Oh yeah, he's got 5.2 million power. This guy's not fucking around.
He's playing for keeps here.
He's got some cards. Thank you for putting it to novice.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna be a little closer.
Lou, do you want to do a raffle or something while we're?
Sure, yeah, we can do a raffle for the live chat. What do you want to give away from the prize wallet?
Let's see here. I got shoot, let me see. I got some Ella Blobs. I want to do an Ella Blob or something. Or a Glummy Bear.
I like the Ella Blobs. They also just added a new in Immersis, they added a new arena for the Ella Blobs, and they updated some the fighting animation, and they also added unique stats for every single Ella Blob. So certain ones are better at fighting other ones. You got to figure that out, which is I'm excited for.
Sweet.
I love me some Ella Blobs.
So what's
go ahead.
What's the best NFT game that you guys are playing? Let's exclude Splinterlands because that's obviously number one. But if it's not Splinterlands, what's the best thing out there right now?
Me personally, I think it's Blankos. Which Blankos, I mean, the game itself is fun. The issue with Blankos is it's not decentralized and it's not publicly on the blockchain yet. So it's it has major issues as far as that goes. But the actual gameplay, Blankos is super, super smooth. It's free to play. Anybody can hop in and I have a blast playing it. And as a streamer, you can play with 40 to 60 people. You get a join code. It's kind of like Fall Guys, with a big party. So it's a very, very good game for that. And also I'm just a fan of platformers. It's
yeah, I think it's a really well polished game with blockchain utility. So I think that's really well done. I mean, it's a complete fun game in and of itself, but you get the sense of ownership for the cosmetics and stuff. The NFT draft people were mentioning, we just bought into that. It's kind of like a basically fantasy football DraftKings style tournament style.
Their
thing.
pack opening did not go super.
Although they
awesome.
had a lot of issues with their pack openings.
I still haven't opened my packs because I don't know if the smart contracts
Same.
working
So the
properly,
concept's really cool. I don't know about the gameplay, but they had a lot of issues developing their smart contract in house. But the concept's really cool, and with a dynasty league kind of mentality in traditional fantasy football, it has similar utility in that way, and has takes advantage of some natural collectors kind of mindset when it comes to fantasy football. So I think that's a cool idea, and hopefully that branches off into some other
Who
things
Bob's
as the
live?
wax
All right,
space grows.
I do not feel confident about this.
And we play a lot in Uplift,
Look
it's
at all
putting
those
Minecraft on the blockchain, land
colors.
ownership on the blockchain, the ability to display NFTs you own in Uplift is fun, and Immersus as well, which is
But the 3 games we stream the most is we do Saturday we do Blanco, Sunday do we Uplift, and Monday we always do
no.
Splinterlands. So those are like the 3 big ones we play.
Nice.
there's lots of cool stuff coming out, man. Everything moves so fast in this space. 3 months is like a lifetime. Things look way different in that short of a time.
I'm gonna pick the winner of this raffle for the Ella Bob. It is the name I can't say. Dois Empramenos.
I think you're
I'm-
going to
I'm-
lose to the chain
yeah,
ball by itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have an answer to the chain golem here. It's not looking great.
Yeah,
We'll
your
also
best
have to have-
bet is the bone golem, but I don't think the bone golem.
Oh, he missed his. It's over. Oh, well played, sir.
Ouch. Ouch. You know what? This is actually going to be a total wipe too.
Yeah, we don't have to watch that. No, that's. Let's just get out of that. So, if you want to DM, if you have a wax address, we can send you a prize for that.
Yeah, you'll get a octopus trophy.
So that was that Samsonite?
Yeah, I
I
believe
believe that
so.
was Samsonite.
Okay, sweet.
There it is. You got that, Mark? You put it in chat.
Yeah, all right, I can copy.
I think we should have
And then
Yeah.
the winner of the raffle, too.
the raffle winner. I believe we should actually have that on our sheet with all the names.
All right, so I did in private chat the one that you can send Lou, and then I'll send the other one.
Awesome. Do we want to do
Marbles.
marble race now?
Yeah, we can do
that?
some marbles.
You
Which
want to stick
Aggroed, by
around
the
and watch
way-
our marble race Aggies? You're welcome to.
Yeah, you're welcome to stay around, but we do like marble giveaways live for the stream, so we're gonna do some of that now. But thanks so much for joining us. We're also welcome to like hang out and keep talking about the game. We can talk over the
Yeah.
marble races.
Well,
We don't-
let me do this. I want to leave and just let people know how to find us. If you guys haven't started playing this, I'm going to ask, come join us, join our community. It's a ton of fun. You guys can see that these guys like playing this game. It's a good game, and the boys out here are pretty good. So we hang out in Discord, so you can join us at discord.splinterlands.com, and you can play the game at splinterlands.com. And that would be my ask. And if you guys are into trading tokens and want to have some say in how governance works in the game, then go check out the SPS token so that you can have your say in how the platform operates.
Cool.
That's all.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us. I was very surprised how easy it was to get in contact with you guys. You guys are an awesome team.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
we
shoot.
try. I don't try to have any barriers. I like working with everybody, and if you guys create some of those NFTs, you know that anybody can create tournaments. I would suggest that you guys make some custom NFTs, set up a tournament, and give the NFTs as prizes, and then hopefully that can drag some extra people your way from our community.
That would be
Great
awesome.
idea. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
All right,
Sweet.
I'm out of here. You guys are
Yeah, thanks for
awesome.
joining
Thanks
us.
for having me. And
Have a
Thanks.
good
Have
one,
a
man.
great day.
when you want me back on, let me know. I'll come hang out. It's a
Sure.
cool room.
Awesome.
And I like synthwave. What are you gonna do? How many people play synthwave? All right,
we
I'll talk
also
to you.
do.